Okay, what we're going to look at now is this is how far we've gotten in terms of creating a calendar which will actually reflect the entire biblical history of the whole Bible. What we did so far is we've gone through the years 11,013 BC down to the year 2033 AD, and we have, based on, actually it's God's rules. He's the one that orchestrated the earth to go around the sun on average. Remember, it's average 365.242198 days. Now remember the rules. Every 4 years we're to put in a leap day. Every 100 years we're to change the leap day to a regular year. Every 400 years we're to put back in a leap year. And then starting with the year 1582, when the Gregorian calendar started, we're going to back up 3,333 years and delete a leap day. And we're going to do that 3 times. So here's where we stand now. Now the next step we want to do is we want, for each calendar year, we want to know what the calendar looked like for that year. Now, if you would Google the year 2033 AD, you're going to find this calendar. Let me just show you what it looks like. Okay, here's calendar 13, and you can see it starts on a Saturday. Remember, it starts on a Saturday and it ends on a Saturday. Okay, so we don't need that anymore. We'll close it out. Now, I created a key, and what this key will do when I run this program is it will look at either an R or an L. It'll find out what particular calendar is in effect. It'll go up to the top and it'll search down and it'll say, okay, if it's a regular year and a 13, what this means is the previous year has to end on a Friday. So if you put the two calendars together, 2032 and 2033, you'll go from a Friday to a Saturday. So up here we're going to place a Friday in, okay? Now the next thing the program's going to do, in this case it's a leap year and a Friday, so we're going to go back up to the top. We're going to search for a leap year and a Friday, and we're going to land on calendar 04. All right, so we go back here, we delete out the Friday. Okay, let's take that out, and that means that will be calendar 04. Okay, and then this step just gets repeated 13,000 plus times. We got leap year, we got 04, we're going to go to the top. Okay, and on this particular, what this means is, based on the year 2032, we're looking for a calendar that ends on a Wednesday. Okay, this calendar here, whatever number this is in the year 2031, is going to end on a Wednesday. So now we have to find out what calendar number that is. So we back up, we go back to the top, we search for this, and we find out that that's calendar number 10. Okay, so we take that off, we put the 10 in place. Okay, and this is what we've done so far. Now we could do this by hand and it would take 20 minutes to do. I have a program that will actually run through this to the data creation within about a second or two. Okay, so we're actually going to do that right now. We're going to get this file primed. We're going to save this file. Okay, we're going to go to the top, and then we're going to run this macro. This macro here, or program, is called cal2. Okay, and when I hit that, bingo, it's done. Now remember, this was a 13. We knew that because we looked it up. We used our key and found out this calendar has to be calendar 4. Okay, remember this year started on a Saturday. This calendar ends on a Friday. Okay, and then the next calendar is a 10, and then it goes all the way up to the year of creation. Now the year of creation happens to be Cal 05, which happens to be a leap year as well. So here we are, and you can tell it's a leap year because it contains a February 29th. But you notice all the Sundays in it. This is what we need to narrow down. How can we narrow down the first date of creation? We know that from the book Adam When, and especially from God's Word, the Bible, that the year 11,013 BC, based on our proleptic Gregorian calendar, okay, this is the very year that creation occurred. But what Sunday out of the 52 Sundays in that particular calendar could be the first date of creation? Is there a way to figure that out? Now let's just check a couple dates in here, and I'm going to explain a couple things. 1959 happens to be the year that my wife was born. So I'm going to look at Cal 11, okay, and I know she was born in January, and it happened to snow that weekend. And sure enough, there's her birthday, and in Winchester, Virginia, there was a 3-day snow, and my wife was born on that day, and she told me she was born on a Saturday. And that's absolutely correct. So far, we're pretty good. Now we're going to go up a few years. Okay, and we're going to look at Cal 02. This is the year that I was born. This was a leap year. And we go here, and we're going to go down to June, and my birth date was a Thursday, and the actual number was June 5th. And sure enough, our calendar is accurate. Now, what we're going to do in the next step is we're going to take this calendar and we're going to blow it out. Okay, let me explain how we're going to do this. We're going to take each year. Let me just show you how I can blow that out. And then after I blow out each year, in this case 366 times, I'm going to put in an 0101, and over here I'm going to put in a 0102, and so on and so forth. Okay, so let's clean this up a little. Let's take this off. We're going to take this off, and we're going to delete these. Okay. So when in a few minutes, what we're going to do is we're going to run Cal 3 on this. And what that program is going to do, you notice we have 13,046 individual years. Okay. After we run this program, we're going to take this calendar and blow it out completely. So we'll be able to look. And here's the key. We'll be able to look at the Exodus. In the book Time Has an End, written by Harold Camping, he comes up with a date where the Exodus occurred. And we're going to see if indeed running through God's principles of the earth revolving around the sun 365.242198 days, using this methodology, do we come up with the exact same date for when the Exodus occurred. And then if indeed we do, we're going to go prior to the start of the Jewish Hebrew calendar. We're going to go back one day. That would be the 30th day of a 30-day month from the date of creation all the way up until that date of the Exodus. Now we can't do it now because we don't have any days in here yet. Okay, so we're going to save this. We're going to save this file, and in about a minute or so, we're going to come back and do this.